All right, a little before the market closed, it is October 20th, Tuesday. The market, it's about 320. Most of the moves have been made by now. You have your pre-market, 2 up till 9:30, 9:30 to 11. That's your next big move. That is the most volatile moves. 11 to 2, you have your lunch, slows down a little bit. Then 2 after 2 is your late day moves for the next day, possibly. So let's take a look at the top gainers. WEI, this is a China play. China plays have been hot. You look at the stocks the past week, and they're total spikers, pumpers out of nowhere. They have like no real volume, and then they come on. This is another auto. Provides auto-backed financing solutions, Republic of China, financing platform, small micro enterprise owners. Company was founded 2011 in Republic of China. I see no news on this. We're going to float about 33 million. And look at the chart here. This started in January 2019. Nosedive from 13 all the way down to $1. And look at the volume today, 105 million out of nowhere, because they're pumping auto, a lot of auto plays, anything China. That's what's going up right now. So, this was a clean move too, very clean. You put your line right here. Just start to come up slow. Look at the bottom here. 18, nothing great. 48. Then it's increasing. 261. Then this candle, 750,000. Right at this 211 mark. And there's your first stop. This is a high wick. It's coming back. Now, where's it going to come back to? There it is, your 13 and 20 EMA. Even if this came to 125, it would have been solid. So you've high a day, pull back, and your 150 line's nice. Even the next line, you're breaking that high a day. They're going to push it. This is the top stock of the day. Pumpers, the chat room, they're probably pumping this, and this is going to pump up. And this goes as high as 468. So on these, I love these plays. These are U plays. Comes back up and breaks the high of the day. Dip by. You have the high there, and you have all this nice room, nice candles coming up right here. So 150. And you can draw it this way too. You can draw it coming out of this, just this little trend line right here. Right here, then we're out of it. Worked perfectly. Nothing works perfectly all the time, but this one really worked well. On the 3 minute, it was a halt, and here there's many halts. And then you can see here, then it's coming up, and you can see as it comes up here. The 10 minutes even better. Love the 10 minute. Right here, there's your 2 candles down. First candle green on the 10 minute after a little wash down here, that 2 candle wash down, very good. And it comes up, there's your spike candle. This could have been a spike candle, but you have to wait and see what the next move is. And this was a really, really great long. So, China plays are hot. I love charts like this, even though I didn't see any news. I didn't see news at all in this. So no news here, but you gotta be a little careful with that because they could dump it on no news because it's just pure momentum. Everyone's jumping in momentum right now on no news, and that's just the market you're in. Play with the market you're in. Like if they were dumping these like real fast, then I wouldn't say it would be necessarily a good trade. So, this is a great long again. Right now, 300% it's up. XYF. See what XYF is. Here you go, another China play. People's Republic of China. This is another play. They're pumping up. This has been up before, many spikes. So, China had news too, I think. What was the news in China? Something financially. I don't know if they're, what was it? They rebounded strongly on their, maybe it was total, what am I trying to say? Not debt. GDP or something GDP or something, their total economic growth. That's what it was. And they really bounced. CBLI, Cleveland Biolabs. This is a tougher play. See these? It's coming up slowly. The low is getting higher. Then this went to what, 525, then bounced down for a nice down move. So right here after the open, that 3 candle, and then it bounced here at 375, then bounced up strong. That's not a bad play. A little tougher to read. Not my favorite to read. ACOR, all pre-market. Pre-market up. And then you see a down move here. Little spikes here. Now this chart is a short chart. When you have a move up here and it's going down, the whole move is down. Now you've had spikes here, so you can play the long on it carefully. You know what I mean? It's not the best, but you can make money there. Drive Shack, pretty clean 125. Really picked up volume late. Round 1, then kept going. ALRN. And this has a big move round 2. This has 2, written on it, and then it can't get over it. See this? 2, 2. Now today it did, and it's holding, so that's impressive. As soon as it get over this 2 line, it really took off late here. MKD. It's a very sharp pop, 115 and 180. ITRM, just fade it. APTX. Just really fade it down. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. held. And then the move was 7 a.m. And then it really couldn't get over. And see, it fell straight down towards the open, even before that. So, and this had a move, this was yesterday too. Very strange chart. So you wave up, consolidation, tried to break out, but then it faded, towards the open. NTZ, not the best volume, but it did go up. Box VOXX, over 1025. 1175 near 12, not a bad gainer. This is pure momentum. When you see this, 13, above 20, pure momentum here. It's way above your moving averages here. LYL, 210 to 318. This is a former runner. PPSI, remember this? This was in October 6th and faded all the way back. Look at these candles, little green candle here. Fell below the 20. Eventually, you knew this would bounce somewhat, and it did today. And, very sharp move, though. This was 280 to 429. Very quick move, like an hour move. On these, it's hard to pick up. I mean, if you're not watching the top gainers, this ain't in the top necessarily, but yeah, it's in the maybe top 10, 20. So right here, right over the 3 line, and then broke straight up here. OIIM, O2 Micro International. This is a quick spike and pretty much sideways. Look at this candle, RWLK. This is one big 5-minute candle. Shot right up, straight down. When you see something like that, there's no way this is going to keep going up. This one candle took out like 70, 80 cents with one candle. Pretty crazy. JFU just popped over 120. Not a bad little gainer, 170 plus. Let's see on the list here. PBI, Pitney Bowes. 650 to 730. So not the best moves today, like some of the other weeks. I mean, WEI was a good move. There's some tougher moves, more of a short, a lot of shorts today that worked. NLS, Nautilus, this was pretty good long. JKS keeps going. Look at this stock. Stock on the breakout was about 25. It's now 85 in less than a month. Solar has been extremely hot. Solar, autos, China, right now has been hot. FUTU Holdings Limited, depository shares. Not sure what that means, but just jumped $3. CSIQ, Canadian Solar, right over 40.50. Look at this, 44.50. Jesus. Surf. Plantronics. Car. Avis budget. There's car here, 34, right to 37, straight long here. Yeah, lock down the list too, you'll get great moves. Not necessarily the top movers. The top movers are going to move the most because they're going to be the penny stocks. So yeah, this really took off. $3 gains, great. CRME. ARWR. All right, so that's down the list. What was that? 6S off. Six Flags. All right, take this out. So you can see the low here. See these lows since March here, here, here. They're getting higher. So there is pullback. So from that, the June move. This is very oversold. That was a nice move today. This got 1975. Yeah, $1 gain is going to be $500,000. So very strong. All right. So the SPY was not doing much today. There's this stimulus thing back and forth. You know, are we getting stimulus? Are we not? It really faded late yesterday, and now they came out, Pelosi saying they're going to get stimulus. They're pretty much close to a deal. And then nothing now. We're sort of fading again because it's just back and forth. There's nothing going on here. It's just pretty crazy. So we're holding up here on that 20 EMA. So there's still doubts here. We're up 165. Dow Jones, S&P 21, NASDAQ plus 50, small caps minus 153. VIX 2920. See, the VIX is still holding. So let me see the 4 hour. The 4 hour crossed over. 2 hour. Here's the 1 hour. So we have to get over this line. We're still in a downtrend right now. We have to make some moves up. Dow Jones. Same thing. Let's put in like a shooting star right here. Came back like this. Same move. Hammer, below hammer here. Like reverse hammer. So you can see that. NASDAQ. Coming back down too. See this? So up in the air right now. Or the stimulus, this crazy stimulus back and forth. Commodities. Gold's up 290, 1914. Silver 24.88. Crude's 41.59. It's up a little bit, 1.5%. So, you know, right now that's what the big thing is. Stimulus will probably shoot up, get a huge bounce from this. If not, you know, we're still drifting lower here. So, UVXY still in this wedge here, trying to come up now. This is holding pretty good. So we'll see what this does, if we can really start to move this. That's why something's telling me there's maybe it's the election. There's going to be a bigger move here. What volatility? You know, VIX is up high, 29.21. Little cross form, so this looks overextended. There's your 4 hours, 2 hour. So this has been back and forth between 25 and, you know, that 30 range on the VIX. So, you know, that's the main move right now, stimulus. Are we getting it? They said they were close to a deal today. They thought they'd have a deal. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this. This is Pretty crazy. So the main movers today, tons of penny stocks. Yeah, 3, 1, 1, 5. Down the list, you have like 90, 80, 30. So penny stocks are still in favor. Getting some good action. You have China action. China plays automotive. Automotive plays here. So yeah, that's what's been hot. See some other plays here. Yeah, here's top. This has been an uptrend. Came out of the wedge. Crossing back down now. So it doesn't look good. A lot of false signals here. So very tough to read. You know, W, big candle here after the move up. Try to get above 16. Couldn't do it. It was very bearish. OSTK is really falling down here. It's getting very oversold, which is could be a time to buy now. 2 hour, there's your hour. Getting close, I would say. Yeah, looking at another chart, the 100 days at 64 on overstock. So it's getting, looks like it's getting close to a buy. CNK, this is out of the wedge here. Yeah, nice little move, trying to get back to 9 plus. Stochastic trying to turn up, so it looks more bullish right now. PDD, this is a nice out of the wedge play. You don't know how they're going to turn out. They could come up, and just, you know, fade, then come back up. This is a straight up move right now. This has another trend line you could draw pretty much here to here. So, you know, this bounce, every trend line it's bounced, and this is a really strong low. Thought maybe here, you know, to come back and it bounced, and it keeps going. PRTY is coming back to it. This is getting very oversold. You have now 6 days bearish. Red candle, so it could be a bounce soon. Yeah, AMC bounced back after the nice move yesterday. Here's Carnival. Nice 3 days here, starting to move up. Crossed over on stochastic, so this is looking more bullish. Looks like a giant flag here, or triangle. Let me see something. Yeah, it looks like symmetrical triangle. I would say symmetrical. You know, every move on this right here, bounce higher, bounce higher, bounce higher, bounce higher, bounce higher. So, you know, we're in the next bounce phase. On this, the high get lower, lower. So either going to get a big breakout here. This could be maybe with the election or stimulus, or break down. So on the weekly, you know, the weekly's trying to come up here very slowly on divergence. So it's looking more bullish on that. Airlines are doing pretty good today. There's Hawaiian, some airlines. There's Win holding at 70. Look at that 70 level on Win. On this too, the move, and then the high's getting lower, but it's holding this low right here. So all right, some bearish ETFs. Yeah, SDAO, let me see this here. This is coming back up. These have been very choppy. Since the low right here, see this, the low, they're hanging, you're coming up slowly. See that divergence on stochastics? It still looks pretty bullish. So I guess things are very up in the air right now. You have stimulus, this will drop pretty hard if we get stimulus. But then you have the election. Who wins the election? If it's Biden, if it's Trump. You know, Biden, they're saying it has an outrageous tax plan and everything. So there's SQQQ. There's TZA. See this holding back and forth? And this is still only at a 13. This could really shoot up if small caps really fail. FAS, back and forth financials. There's SOX holding the 30 level. This is trying to come up. Yeah, this could move $10 easy. Depends on the market right now, though. Dust. See dust right here. ERY. GLY. Back to UVXY. See this big wedge down here? From that, then the high is getting lower, lower, see it lower. And the low is getting lower, but the low, it's getting tighter from the wedge here. So usually that means a breakout. That means a huge breakout, I would say, on this. So if this can come up 20, you know, maybe 25, if it really breaks out back to 30, you know, the market right now depends on the election stimulus. The cases are rising again too, so there's so much uncertainty. You know, it's very hard right now to get a feel for things. So that's the toughest problem. CBLI+43. Here's UDAL. This is the long side. See this? We're down. Try to come back up. Now here's a red candle. Now we're just sort of going sideways. And we are still in a downtrend on stochastics. So it's trying to curve a little bit. Same thing, SPXL, TQQQ. It's more negative here. Still down. TNA. There's FAS. FAS is curving up a little more. Soxel. This is just starting to break down the 4 hour. 4 hours breaking down harder. Yeah, defense doing nothing here. I draw a line in this now. Defend right here. Yeah, this is what it looks like here. So yeah, the one big move in June on defend. This is the thing that hasn't moved. Daily aerospace defense. I don't know why. This was 75, went down. This should be, you know, at least coming back up. It hasn't even hit 23.6 retracement level since back in June. So yeah, this move. See, the low is getting slightly higher. And if you know, keep this tight right here. And it has to break over this now. So it looks like a wedge. It looks like something's going to happen here. I don't know how big of a move up or down, but we'll see on that. Boeing, it's breaking above. It looks like this wants to break out. This could break out to 200, maybe 220. Nail still going up, but showing signs this wants to go down further. You have a crossover stochastics. DIN trying to break back up. So there you have it on that. So I would say right now, you know, it's going to be tough to swing some stocks or even your bearish ETFs, long or short, because of the market. Stimulus, we're going to pop. The election's coming up. You know, are they counting this in already who wins the election? I'm not sure. Biden wins, we could drop maybe. If Trump wins, we go up. Who knows, 5–10%. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't think it's priced in yet. So a lot of uncertainty and unanswers right now. That's why it's very tough to get long and short different stocks. So right now, Dow Jones back up to 211 on that. All right, some other stocks too that have moved. KXIN, the China play. There's your move up. See, it's pumped. Look at the volume. The volume on the up days are pumping it. And then look at today. Completely less. Completely less. Yeah, there's a good short. All the way down. Because you had to move the 14th. And look how it held. 16th through, the 19th. And then exploded up. Now it's coming back. Now, will this pop again? Yeah, it might just fade all the way down here and then have a pop, lower pop. But who knows? It's very tough to say. LYL, this is breaking back up. Look at the volume here too. Very strong. CCNC faded back down. Down, down. Now it's breaking, trying to break back up today. That's why holding these long or short, it's crazy on these small caps. I don't know how people do it. And you got to be almost pretty positive on these moves, and it's hard. These could move either way, any day, anytime. Their staff. HTZ, Hertz coming back to life. Now it's coming back down. What else we have down the list? I'm looking down my gainers list. NEO. And this has made a huge run since June. Yeah, April, May, June, really. It's been up. Electric vehicle space, FOV. Trending back to 8 didn't make it. Nikola. This is really doing nothing here. General Motors. Yeah, this has been a nice tear here. Since March, it's been in an uptrend. See this uptrend since March. So the lows getting higher, the highs are getting higher. That's a good sign. That's GM. Yeah, oil's back and forth here. Are we going to break out or not? I mean, sideways, a lot of these plays. Oxy. This is going back down. Oil. What other plays in oil? There's Apache. Let me see. You can see the top gainers here, or top volume. See MRL. They're all fading. They're trying to slowly break out, but COP. There's CEI. Remember this? And went all the way up and came back. DVN. Also, you don't see much of a breakout. It's a lot of mixed signals on oil. One I do like, this would be the wildcard play, BTU. Look at this. Really getting crushed here. It's at 160. More of a dangerous play. It's only a penny stock, but could be potential here for this to break back up. Let me see other swings that were. Philip Morris got crushed. This is down 5%. Now this is the wedge. See this, the wedge? You play the wedge going up. You watch this candle. You want a little more than this. That's why you're still in an uptrend. Back and forth. And as soon as you see this, You know, we didn't really break back up. You know, this candle you could have watched it, could have went under, then sideways, sideways, then it's really flushed down. So I think there was bad news on that too about cigarette smoke going down and down. Countries will be, it might be in a few years, you know, there'll be no cigarette smoking in some of these countries. So really got crushed. There's MO too. This is really getting hammered back down to the trend line. Island Holdings is still going down. Really, really crushed it. It's at a 138 on stochastics. Very oversold. There's your 2 hours. Is doing nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So a lot to be determined with stimulus. Is it going to happen? Is it not? The election's coming up. Coronavirus cases are rising. So a lot to be determined here. I'm not sure what the market has discounted or not discounted. I don't think it's all priced in here. We could really drop, you know, a good percent here. We're still going down here too from this mountaintop on stochastics. So, and the plays to day trades, it's tough to hold. You're not getting a lot of follow through like WEI. You know, WEI wasn't actually bad. This came right up 10 to 11 a.m. and then pretty much sideways. So this actually held pretty good, surprisingly. XYF, CBLI, fader, you know, ACOR fader, ALRN, not bad. It held up all day. DS is going up, NTZ. Just look through like the top 10 box. Some of them held up pretty good. So yeah, it really depends on the stock, but a lot of them don't hold most of the time. So all right, so that's it. Again, you know, China plays are hot, penny plays are hot. You just gotta, you know, pick the right stock, look for what your style is. And you know, WEI was my style right here. Once this comes up, when you see these nice, beautiful candles and it comes back, you don't have no really jagged candles here, like up and down. Very smooth. It's pretty much controlled. Decent float, not super low float. And that was a decent long play. And then the other stocks are fading. Yeah, the stocks that move and then eventually will drop, like KXIN. You know, once this has this crescendo right here, that was a shooting star wick. It could have flopped back. That's usually bearish, but then it came up again, and you know, today it finally put it back down. Came back. So that is it. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we will do a recap and see how the market is going, if we get stimulus or not. They're rallying on stimulus deal, airlines too, just watching CNBC. So that's it. Please subscribe and like, and we're out. Peace.